Hello everybody, BrioS here, and for you guys today, I decided to take out a mech that I have not played in quite a while. In fact, the last time I played this medium mech was before the Quadrant started its work, which was more than 1.5 years ago. So I decided to take this baby out to see how it performs on the modern day battlefield. And of course, before I go into the mech lab to show you the exact build I'm running, let me introduce you to the 55-ton Inner battle mech, the Dervish. This variant for you is the Dervish 6M, which is the variant with 1 missile hardpoint per side torsos among other weapons. And these are really important because these missile hardpoints have great quirks, which I'll talk about later, and they are behind the missile bay doors, which offer a 20% damage reduction when they are closed. And nowadays they automatically open, and once you fire they close very rapidly. So we combine with the jump capability and the baseline 55-ton mobility, it's pretty darn tanky. So it's still pretty good actually on a modern day battlefield, and yeah, so I still like this baby. So let's take a look at the build I have for you today. So I'm running a good old-fashioned MRM build. 2 MRM30s in 1 per side torso, 5.5 tons of ammunition is more than sufficient for quick play, and 5 jump jets for increased mobility and pop starting to fire those sweet torso mounted MRM30s. An XL280 engine gives it a speed of 82.5, which is really decent, and it even has an extra double heatsink because it gets pretty hot for sustained fire, and this little heatsink well helps a bit. You could of course just put more ammo, but yeah, I might as well just get a heatsink. So anyway, what makes this build actually really good are not only the weapons, it's mainly the quirks, which you will see here. So with only 2 MRMs, I can focus on missile quirks, and these are the missile quirks for this mech. It has a velocity boost of 10%, a heat reduction of 10%, but even with the heat reduction, it gets pretty hot in sustained fire, but allows you to push out a lot of damage. And that's a good thing about this build, it's able to push out lots of damage because MRMs really do a lot of damage. And the problem is that they spread. And with a range boost of 10%, you can engage it at longer distances. And as I was saying earlier, the main flaw of MRMs is the spread. It hits all over the enemy. It does a lot of damage. MRMs are great for farming damage and honestly match score. But there's very little pinpoint, so really hard to do focus fire. But with the missile spread reduction of 10%, this quirk, and combined with your skill, it helps quite a bit. A cooldown boost of minus 10% allows you to dish out more DPS, and laser duration I don't use. And as I was saying, with jump jets and the missile bay doors, it's pretty darn tanky. Combined with some armor quirks as you can see here, it makes it pretty survivable. So yeah, the visions are pretty tanky even though I'm running XL, but you can torso twist and spread the damage, so that is fine. So let's get down to the skills. So for this particular mech, I'm going to go for high DPS build. So getting max cooldown, max range, and max heat. That allows me to fire 12% faster. Combined with the 10% quirk for cooldown, the MRMs fire 22% faster. And with the heat quirk and combined with all the heat skills, you can fire quite a bit before you need to fire a cool shot. And with full range skills, I get 15% plus 10% range from the quirk. 25% range boost allows the MRMs to hit out to 650 over meters, so that's pretty darn nice. With 5.5 tons of ammunition, that's quite a lot for quick play, so you can do a bit of damage to the enemy as they close in or as you close in. And if you're going to engage them at longer distances, velocity helps. So with 5 SPs into velocity to make your missiles fire faster, that's 15% plus the 10% quirk, that's 25% velocity boost to the missiles, making it easier to track and hit the enemy. Moving along, we have missile rack, allows you to have more ammunition, 2 SPs go there. And as I said, MRMs, the biggest flaw is the spread. So with the 10% quirk and the 5% skills, 15% reduction of spread is pretty darn nice. And it has a lot of armor skills as I showed you, even though they're not real. Well, it's a lot of skills everywhere, but not much armor boost, but still a boost is better than nothing. And combined with the skills, with all the armor hardening skills, because it stacks above and beyond the quirks, it has a 19% armor boost, increasing the survivability of this mech, which is important because it's an XL build. Strangely enough, I have 1 SP into torso pitch, because I had a spare SP, so I thought that the ability to pitch upwards and downwards helps a bit, especially torso mounted weapons, so just 1 SP going there. Moving on to the jump jet skills, If you're gonna do pop starting, which is what this build is good at, lift speed helps a lot because that helps you with the initial jump thrust. So once you press spacebar, the default button, you rise up rapidly, allowing you to hit the enemy before they move into cover. And moving along, 5 nodes of cool run allows me to dissipate the heat 10% faster. No hill climb, which is always useful, but I actually have jump jet, so I don't place this a priority. Moving along to radar deprivation, I'm actually running 100% radar deprivation, which allows you to lose the enemy locks on you once you drop into cover. With pop tarting builds, I always recommend medium and light mech pop tarting builds. 5 nodes of radar deprivation is nice, so once you drop behind cover, missiles lose their lock, and you are pretty free from LRM spam. You don't need advanced zoom, but this helps a bit to allow me to see the enemy. So yeah, you know, boomer vision, some people call it. Only 1 SP, so it's worth it. And finally, for consumables, 2 strikes and no extra cool shot, so only 1 cool shot. Which runs into problems, but I do like my strikes because it helps me deny movement along with dealing damage. So, well, I like it that way. So anyway, with that being said, that's the Dervish 6M for you. Still really effective, great at farming damage, and unfortunately also max score because damage is closely tied to max score. And yeah, all around a fun mech to play. And with that being said, let's get down to the gameplay and I'll show you this MRM spam build in action. So let's go. And here we are on Rubelite Oasis for the first showcase match. Game mode is domination, but the team is going to move along Delta line, heading towards Delta 5 high ground to engage the enemy formation there, which is a good strat, and it's good for me also because with the low hill at Delta 5, I can pop tut over the hill and fire MRMs into the enemy formation. And talking about enemies, here's a Crusader, so let's go there and let's have our MRM say hello to him. So a bit of pop tutting here. One thing about MRM's got a leak of fire. We've already lost 1 mech here. He traded badly, so there's probably a lot down there. Thankfully I was able to drop a strike. Oh, multiple hits. So enemy is waiting for us.
Don't go up there, he died so quickly.
Yeah, gotta be extra careful. So there he is.
Yeah,
the Crusader, small pulses. He will rush in. Oh, big mistakes by him.
like he did.
So we lost 1 sadly. They lost 1 sadly. Big fight here though. Heat vision for enhanced contrast. It's always easier
up there.
to see with heat vision.
Go on, bring him down. Another one.
The MRMs are pretty high mounted, so I don't have to pop that too high. Echo's Cord, Roughneck. Yeah, here we are fighting. If you look at the minimap, we have like a few mechs in Echo 6. Gotta be really careful here. Highlanders open CT. They have at least 4 mechs, guys. They have at least 4 mechs covering.
Acquired. Heat level critical.
This Kid Fox is just waiting here.
New target.
We don't really have enough big guys here. It's a Crab, me and a Kid Fox so far. The rest are kind of low. There they are. That's because there's an Atlas pushing us. Very undergun Atlas. 4 large pulse only. Oh, there's a lot here. Kind of a mistake here. Gotta twist my torso. Kilo. Gotta twist my torso, spread damage. So we're being pressed from the low and the high ground. 5-2. We still have a 3 mech advantage, which is nice. No signals, so quite a few here. He's too low for missiles to hit him. Friendly team is spreading out. I gotta do something. So I'm gonna risk it. I don't think I'm alone. Yep. Mech cat here. The Atlas probably hasn't seen me. So I'm just gonna engage this guy here. Wow. Lots of firepower from the mech cat. Blow off my leg. Still alive. As I said, MRM spread a lot. They don't do much pinpoint. 7-3, 4 mech advantage. But I'm pretty legged.
New target acquired.
Very slow speed now. But currently our team is in a low ground with big boys above us. So not a good position.
Fuel at 0.
2 of my lance mates in Echo 6.
At 25%.
So I'm not really committing to the big fight here.
Damage.
big brawls. The lack of mobility is hurting me a lot right now. Left torso caught. Remember an XL? So gotta protect my left torso. Max are on my right, so showing my right torso to them. Calling for help.
Target acquired.
My lance mates are coming in, as you can see from the minimap. 2 heavies coming in to reinforce this.
Target spotted.
Hopefully they can turn the tide because we are throwing the match already. It's 7-5.
We're a quarter of the way there. Keep it up.
Reversing up, presenting right torso to the enemy. Gotta be really careful here.
Target spotted.
Fire and twists.
Target
Using this rock
destroyed.
formation to shield me.
Need assistance.
New target acquired.
That Panther. Oh, not Panther, that Cougar's a problem.
New target acquired. MRM ammo at 25.
If you look at the minimap, you guys gotta fight up, guys. My teammates are hiding
Have it. Hold on.
on my
a
left,
little longer.
on my left here, which is bad.
Target
Enemy can shoot
acquired.
down. They're not fighting their way up. And being caught in my left torso, I can't push.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Oh, and their lights. I'm basically screwed. The lights just have to sneeze at me,
New target
and I die.
acquired.
Kid Fox is legged. And they have the mobility.
Target spotted.
They have the mobility. Yep, there it is. Panzer D18 gets me. He realizes my left
Go and
torso,
fight.
guys. He realizes my left
I'm
torso is
stick.
open. 8-8. My team is not really fighting. Oh no. You got the ATM pop Tatting Summoner. Summoner, if you go next to your friends and shoot, you usually get those on top rather than terrain. Yeah. He's taking fire, but he keeps using the ATMs to hit the terrain.
Light torso critical.
And he moves out into the firing lines of all these people, going down really fast.
Artillery
Incubus
strike
takes him out.
online.
Oh no, our Thanatos is a stick. Oh dear. Yep, we've lost this. We've thrown this from a 4 mech advantage. We're now down to a 2 mech disadvantage. And all we have is a rifleman with a machine gun.
Light torso.
And with one machine gun, not that he could do much. He goes down to the Incubus with
Right,
all
kick-
the
kick
others
the f-
behind him. So that's it. Our weaponless Thanatos
Target acquired.
just fodder for the enemy lights. The enemy lights won the game, but I think it's a match we drew.
That's it. Back it up. The hostiles have
Kind of
taken
spread out at
control of the target.
most of the match. And when there was a big brawl, people would just stay in the low ground trying to shoot upwards, which is not always ideal. But can't win every match, can you? So in such a case, all you can do is farm damage, and that's what I did. 1161 damage, 4 KMDDs, and a wonderful match score of 664. So let's move on to the next match. So that last match certainly was rather disappointing to say the least. Definitely did my part, farming loads of damage, 1100 over damage in a 55 tonner, but ultimately made a mistake, lost my leg, and the team decided to throw the match. But you can't win every match, and it does happen. So anyway, we just move on to the next match, and here we are. And this time, it's on the ever-popular Canyon network. And if you look at the minimap, team is moving together nicely, but I decided to try flank the enemy because Alpha Lan seems to want to NASCAR. So let's try to find targets near the right flank along Charlie 3. I thought I saw some missiles earlier, so let's go take a look. So true enough, there's a Niger. One Night Star on my left. Good thing about this build, I can pop tart and I have range.
Artillery strike activated.
Charlie 3 has a few. Alpha Lance, can we engage and not cap? Charlie 3.
Resources. Keep it up. Affirmative.
There's a Niger, there's
We've
a
captured
Night Star.
Point Sigma. Affirmative.
Yeah, quite a lot of
Enemy
targets. Enemy team is NASCARing to our
New
left, as you can
target
see.
acquired.
So those are isolated. So trying to enlist Alpha Lance support so I can push up. About 4 of us pushing up will be a nice number. Nice flanking force.
They have resource
Let's take out
points.
these boys in the rear. And then we can
New
swing
target
left.
Acquired.
Oh, they've run
Target
away.
acquired.
I think the enemy team is
New
NASCARing to our
target
left,
Acquired.
hitting our main force in Delta 4.
Target spotted.
These are a few stragglers here. Banshee.
So not GG.
Yeah, Brawl Banshee, low
Sort
ground.
of two.
Target spotted.
Fire and twist, spreading the damage a bit. Using this tower on my right as cover. Focusing his right torso, managed to open it.
Enemy is at 25%.
Yep. Arm blows off,
Target spotted.
torso blows off.
Target spotted.
Friendly team is working hard on this flank. But there's quite a lot here, probably a 4, probably their Charlie Lance. Running really hot. So I'm gonna slow down my firing. Oh, I got a kill.
Shut down.
Already taking hit damage.
Override shut down.
Not jumping saves heat.
Shut down. Target destroyed. New
Yep.
target acquired.
3-2.
Heat level.
We have to finish these people fast
Water.
because we have too many on this flank.
Shut down.
So the losses, the 2 of them are from the other side, which we really have to support them soon.
Shut down.
We need to keep holding on to our
Oh, massive hit damage. I've done more damage to myself than the enemy. Look at my paper doll. Almost all from myself. Gotta cool down a bit.
Acquired.
controlled by the enemy.
Firing only 1 MRM at a time. Reducing the heat.
Strike
Target
activated.
spotted. They've taken Epsilon.
Taking a more cautious route. Using this terrain feature to cover me. Also helps me cool
New
down.
target acquired.
Oh wow, Fafnir.
Fuel at 25%.
5-5.
0%.
Pretty close match. Therefore, caps
What
though.
happened? 50.
Most people made a mistake of trying to cap.
Target
But
destroyed.
caps actually just control the pace of the
New
game.
target acquired.
Affirmative.
So we gotta
Target
kill them
destroyed.
quickly so we can cap.
New target acquired. Fuel
A
at
common mistake is for people to spread out to cap now. Not yet.
New
Now we have a
target
sizable
acquired.
advantage, 8-5.
Hostiles
Brawl
have
Stalker at my left.
50% of their resources.
I'm very worried about this guy, which I just killed.
Acquired.
And now I can work on this Stalker.
MRM at 25%.
Also blows off.
Critical.
Just gonna NSR him. I actually have quite a lot of armor, just no structure. And he is caught.
Target destroyed.
Okay, goes down. 10-5, sizable advantage. The remaining 2 are probably just cap boys running around. So it's time to cap.
Target acquired.
Yeah, true enough. One light mech.
Resource
Oh, that's the
point
Irby.
is ours.
It's weaponless. I remember his AC was blown off earlier.
There's one in Echo 5.
Always try to take small mental notes when you play the game. Like Irby, no weapons.
At 25%.
Yeah, that's why he's
Fuel at
capping.
0%.
Taking my time. We have this.
Target spotted.
Just a matter of mop up and capping.
Echo 4.
Hide and seek here. There he is.
Destroyed.
There he goes. Goodbye, friend. Alright,
Okay,
gonna
great.
have to cap this a bit.
Affirmative.
We just need 1 more cap point beyond Epsi.
We have gained
Target
Epsilon.
acquired.
Spotted.
Yep. 1-1, we win this game.
Viper Eagle.
Actually, we win this, we just have to kill him.
Target spotted.
So anyway, that's it. Good flanking maneuver with the team supporting me. Always use comms. Just give them a reason to follow you. People won't follow you if you ask them to do silly things. But if you tell them support you, their targets in front, and you do outnumber them, well, they'll be more motivated to support you. So anyway, that allowed us to hit them from the flank. Granted, the team did move too much to our side, but ultimately, 12-5 is a pretty nice
We've
victory.
gathered enough resources.
So that's it.
This triumph will
GG.
Nice
provide
match
us
for me.
huge tactical benefits.
GG indeed. So let's take a look at the damage output of this mech. So I definitely soaked a lot of heat damage, but ultimately it was really worth it. 969 points of damage, 3 kills, one of them solo, and a really sweet match score of 604. A very rewarding match and definitely made me feel better after that Rubelite match. So that's it, ladies and gents, for this video on the twin MRM30 Dervish 6M. A great farmer of damage and ultimately match score because they are tied. So if you're looking to enter the agriculture industry and become a farmer, this mech might be for you. But ultimately, it's also fun to play. So till next time guys, have fun and I'll see you on the battlefield. So, ciao!